The high-level group was established earlier on in the process. Its whole idea was to advise the persons who are organizing the conference, to give them, as we would call it, high-level political advice as well as technical advice about the nature of the conference, how the conference should run, who should be invited, what should be the main messages we should try to get across within the conference, what are the media appropriate for getting this message across. These were the major preoccupations of the high-level group. We met a couple of times, and initially to familiarize ourselves with one another, then to bring our diverse experiences together to say, if we are going to have a conference on SIDS, how can we optimize the outcome of the conference? And that was the role of the high-level group. What experience has shown me some of the ingredients in taking this forward. One of the things we hope will go forward to the 2025 is not only the generality of the particular decisions, but some specificity of things that can only happen if heads of government agree. And this takes into the question you're asking, how do you move policy into action? There's a lot written about how you move policy into action. One thing is what we call to seize the moment. Not every moment is propitious for advancing a certain policy. And all governments will tell you at certain points in their electoral cycle, it is not feasible, it's not politically desirable or practical to raise taxes. So one thing is to seize the moment, as we say, in terms of devising a policy or converting that policy into some action. We say, for example, we would wish to see increase in taxes on cigarettes, increase in taxes on alcohol, increase in taxes on sugar-sweetened beverages. Now, to do that calls for government action, and it's left the governments to say at what point in the political cycle it is appropriate to do this. In the case of cigarettes, in the case of sugar beverages, patently clear that taxes work. Taxes will reduce the consumption of these things. We know that the consumption of these things is not good for health. We know how they contribute to the non-communicable diseases. So I personally am all gung-ho about governments raising taxes. Some of my friends, ministers of finance, obviously are not so enthusiastic because governments are always weary of increasing taxes. But while he may have or she may have their political reasons to be uncertain, we in the health sector have absolutely no doubt about it. Taxes work, period. And how do you have the people take on this challenge? And this is where you come in. In the old days, it used to be the traditional media. Now we say it is the traditional media and the social media you would have to have engaged such that there's a general awareness within the populace, not only of the nature of the problem, but what can be done about it and who can do something about it. So that's a long-winded answer to your question, but the essence is you're only going to move policy into action if you have a whole of government as well as a whole of society approach, and that there be singularity of purpose in terms of what needs to be done.